Okay, whoever can sit down, will you please sit down? Also to make you more comfortable, because this is a long night. We're going to hear for a long time. So get yourselves together, get comfortable, get sorted. A couple of things I've got to say to you before the show starts properly. One of them concerns what's going on at the bar now, and that is, this is an acoustic show. We would appreciate very much if you would not talk while the artists are working. I can repeat this for a long time, otherwise we can just not start until you shut the fuck up. Because that's the type of girl I am. I'll try this one more time. Will you please stop talking? Please. Thank you very much. This is not rock and roll. Well, it's kind of rock and roll, but it's not very rock and roll. Sometimes it's a bit loud, sometimes it isn't. We would appreciate your silence during the show. Very much. Now you can clap and sing and do all that kind of thing if you want to do that, that's fine. That's nice, because then we know you're not actually dead or anything. Which makes me happy, it gives me a kind of warm feeling to know you're breathing out there. Occasionally, when I return to the planet. This is a show in two halves. There will be a short interval in between the two halves so that you can go completely bananas, let off steam, jump up and down, talk very loudly, and then be quiet again for the second half. Not that I'm obsessed. This is the last show of our tour. We're very pleased to be here. Please welcome, to start our show tonight, a man whose personal beauty is only outshone by his magnificent creativity. A man... Oh, sure. Well, having fun. This is my moment of glory. I'm not... Wait, you wait. A man who has been called the Burt Reynolds of folk. Don't start laughing. If you're laughing, I'll be here all bloody night. Please welcome the wandering minstrel himself, the one and only Rev Hammer.
Unfortunately, Burt Reynolds didn't write too many songs, so I'm going to have to do a few of my own. How are you, anyway? How are you? That's better.
Some got suits and some got brains. None of them could hold those reins away. But I do, oh yeah, right away. But I do, well, I've been searched and arrested and smuggling things. Color TVs, yeah, the diamond rings. Diamond porters and pigs and kings. And you know I'd rather dine with you. For I'm a lover, not true, yeah. We know that I do. Well, I don't like the truth, for I'm a leaving alive. But the beginning that's past, the end of this night. The big birds keep falling out of the sky. And me, well, I'm a falling too. You're I'm falling for you. to the sun, God praise, none of them pour those rains away. Did I do? Oh, yeah, right away. Did I do? Well, I see black rivers and blood red skies, cracks in the earth that are a mile wide. Shoulders on the hill, but we better get inside. When we do, I'm gonna love you there too. Grab a love of that true, yeah. Well, you know that I had to. Well, you know that you missed me. Look at your legs. Oh, 1 point east and 1 point west. You got stamina, I got test. You know what I wanna do. I wanna love you. I wanna love you. I wanna love you. Wait for it. True. The scream wells up inside of Arena Amsterdam. She's related to me, she lives an hour away. In a while we'll say hello to little Jimmy Flanagan. Oh, maybe a priest or murderer someday. Know his parents do the best for him. Little Jimmy laughing before he talks. I can know this city will find a place for him. He'll walk just where he wants to walk, 'cause he's a lucky little boy born with the snow-white skin. Hey, lucky little boy, from the minute that your lungs begin. I said all over the world there are people waiting on him. Lucky little boy born with the snow-white skin. Takes 2 hours to get a bus to the hospital. But no one in North London's gonna question me. Well, how bored we look as police move all on a black girl. It's frightening how conditioned you can be when you're a lucky little boy born with the snow-white skin. You're just a lucky little boy from the minute that your lungs begin. I said all over the world there are people waiting on him. Lucky little boy born with the snow-white skin. Well, I wonder how they'll fare. Everyone else that looks so scared, waiting for the doctor will turn their fists round. Outside the rain, it stops where you can hear them ticking at the clocks. Little Jimmy screams, he looks well to me. Coffee's too strong, soon we will celebrate. But I hear he's got his mother's wicked tongue. Oh, they say they're gonna bring him up out in the countryside. For this place isn't nice for one so young. You're just a lucky little boy born with the snow-white skin. Hey, lucky little boy, from the minute that your lungs begin. I said all over the world there are people waiting on him. Hey, lucky little boy born with the snow-white skin. Yeah, you're just a lucky little boy from the minute that your lungs begin. I said all over the world there are people waiting on him. lucky little boy, born with the snow white skin. There's an island off the west coast of England called the Isle of Man, which is a wonderful and beautiful place. This is the Isle of Man is Ellen Vannin in the old language in Gaelic. And it's a marvellous place to go and fall in love. It's nearly as good as Wales, but it's an even better place to ride a motorbike, which is the same thing really, unless you've got a Japanese bike, that is. Fire up the boiler, I've been dreaming for days. On the smoke from Ballasalla, through that shimmering haze. Oh, and we'll mend our way down the road to the sea, looking west from Port Erin upon Ellen Vannin. Oh, you in the sunlight on the Castletown Kill, like he's waiting for angels, oh, to come down and help. I said help put a frame around this firmament scene, looking west from Port Erin upon Ellen Vannin. Oh, well, I say to go there a while, oh, to go there a while, I must travel in dreams. Oh, one moment to stand, one moment to stand upon Ellen Vannin. Oh, the prettiest lady, the prettiest lady that I've ever seen, looking west from Port Erin upon Ellen Vannin. Well, I can see us right now, my love, far ahead of our time. Oh, you quilting blankets, oh, me, while I'm making rhyme, making rhyme, making rhyme. Oh, we'll run with our blankets, well, that's where we always, always have been. Looking west from Port Erin upon Ellen Vannin. Oh, well, I say to go there a while, oh, to go there a while, I must travel in dreams. Oh, one moment to stand, one moment to stand upon Ellen Vannin. Oh, the prettiest lady, the prettiest lady that I've ever seen, looking west from Port Erin upon Ellen Vannin. Thank you. Will you please welcome an electric bass for the evening, Mr. Brett Selby, ladies and gentlemen. down to the shutting of the old dirt town of the bee. Oh, there'll be no red and green world. Oh, they're shutting the old dirt town. Oh, there'll be no red and green world. Oh, they're shutting the old dirt town. Oh, they're shutting the old dirt town. Last remaining weapon. Find me something left to reinvest. Oh, well, who'd have thought we'd have blessed the days on a midnight shift and the sulfur haze would it be? Oh, there'll be no red and green world. Well, they're shutting the old dirt town. Well, there'll be no red and green world. Well, they're shutting the old dirt town. Well, they're shutting the old dirt town. Sort of tale. Oh, the government and the industry were abandoned. Oh, communities in the bee. Oh, there'll be no red and green world. Oh, they're shutting the old dirt town. Oh, there'll be no red and green world. Oh, they're shutting the old dirt town. Oh, they're shutting the old dirt town. Oh, they're shutting the old dirt town. In the 14th floor, we're down by the river, oh Joe. Oh, then we never knew we were traveling forward down by the river, oh Joe. 30 miles to a place that we had not seen, where the lion lies flat and the wind blows keen. Prettiest place that I've ever been, down by the river, oh Joe. Well, my dad got a job on the factory floor, down by the river, oh Joe. Oh, where the house feeds kids and so much more, down by the river, oh Joe. Well, it was through the door, through the gate, well, there was me, my brother, and a newfound maid, and knew the mother-in-law, till it got a little down by the river, oh Joe. And I say, the river, oh Joe, the river ain't never the same. I said I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't never the same. Well, you can't make your deals in the dead of night. You can bribe who the bloody hell you like. But I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't never said I. Time or a week it poured down by the river, oh Joe. Well, all you could hear was a pounding roar down by the river, oh Joe. They tried to save a church, sand and planks, but the river came around until it burst its banks. And a pretty soon that street got sank wet down by the river, oh Joe. And I say, the river, oh Joe, the river ain't never for sale. I said I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't never the same. Well, you can't make your deals in the dead of night. You can bribe who the bloody hell you like. But I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't never the same. good times there are down by the river, oh Joe. Well, and people travel for miles or far to get down by the river, oh Joe. Put the locusts to speak of the endless rain, the revenge through the muddy tides again. To the developers who would bring change down by the river, oh Joe. And I Joe, the river ain't never for sale. I said I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't never for sale. You can't make your deals in the dead of night. You can bribe who the bloody hell you like. But I was born by the river, oh Joe. Well, and the river ain't never for sale. The river ain't never for sale. I said I was born by the river, oh Joe, and the river ain't never for sale. You can't make your deals in the dead of night. You can bribe who the bloody hell you like. But I was born by the river, oh Joe. Well, and the river ain't never for sale. Please welcome, please, Jules.
You get really bored, you can all turn around and wave at the man down there who's videoing things and say, hello, mother. You know, before you sat under the red light, everyone can see you now. I'm here to tell you some stories. First story I'm going to tell you is about my best friend, whose name is Melanie. Now, I've got one friend. I like her. She's a psychiatric nurse. She works in the local lunatic asylum. She only hangs around with me for practice. She's a good woman. I like her very much, partly because she's taller than I am. This is a good thing if you're English. The English are not a tall race. Beautiful, but not tall. Short legs, you see, this is the problem. We look great sitting down. We look fabulous as an audience. English audience, gorgeous. Stand up, dodgy. Short in the leg. And me and Melanie, you know, we're tall for English women. I like her also because her nose is bigger than mine, which gives me comfort. No particular reason, just do. We go out and around together. I'm going to tell you something. Before I go into this whole thing about Melanie, I'm going to try and explain something to you here now. Partly because my mind goes off on little tangents every now and again. It's just looking at you lot now, it's just gone off on one. You do realise what you're attending here tonight, don't you? You do realise what you've done by coming here tonight. I think a lot of you don't, actually. I think a lot of you are innocent and don't realise what you've actually done. Did you tell anybody that you were coming here tonight? Just think to yourself quietly if you told anybody you were coming to this show. You don't have to say anything, just think about it. Because what you have done by coming here tonight is to blow your cool completely. This is the uncoolest show in the universe ever. There is no possibility of this being a cool show. People who come to this show are marked forever as uncool people. You are fucked. Your life is over. You will never, ever be able to stand at the bar again going, yeah, well, totally out of sight. Because somebody will turn around to you and say, fuck you, we saw you at Red Sky. And you're like, shit. This is the philosophy of uncool. I've grown up with this. It used to worry me when I was 14. I wanted to be a cool person. With all my heart, I wanted to be the cool person at the party. It's meant a great deal to me. You're 13 and 14, it seems to be the thing to be. You go to a party, you walk into the living room, you know, somebody's parents has gone away for the weekend and they don't know what's happening in their house. And standing there by the fireplace is the cool girl. She looks like Claudia Schiffer's prettier elder sister. Claudia Schiffer's not a cool person. I once read an issue of Claudia Schiffer, that blonde supermodel. She's the German Brigitte Bardot. Not. I read an interview with her. She's a very beautiful woman. Who can say she's not? She is. She's a beautiful woman. Read an interview with her and she said she didn't like sex or eating. What is the point of being alive? I tell you. I eat my own weight in food every day, usually chocolate. Makes me very happy. If I could find a chocolate man, I'd be really happy, like life-size. Combine the two things in one. Think about it. But don't worry about it. So there she'd be, the cool girl at the party, and there I'd be, the big fat spotty adolescent. You know that really, this is for the women in the audience, men won't really know about this, but you know the really thick makeup that Max Factor make that you sort of wind up in and it's like thick candle grease, and it's sort of vaguely skin-coloured, if your skin happens to be sort of orangey beige colour. Anybody else like screwed either in either direction. And I used to be so spotty when I was an adolescent. I just used to like fill it over my face like this on the stick, you know, until it reached the level of your spots, and then you kind of level it off a bit. Just meant that you couldn't move your face, you know. Melanie would say to me like, "Smile." Can't. You could write your name on my face, you know, with your fingernail. It was that thick. There I'd be with the makeup on. And when you're not cool and you try to be cool, you always overdress. You know, you try to dress too clever, you try to dress too fashionable, you're trying to make up for the fact that you're just like an uncool person. So you've got more jewellery on than a Christmas tree. You've got every little bit of item that's the latest thing from, well, in England, from Miss Selfridge's. It's one of those shops where girls who wear that kind of platform shoes go to, you know. You'd be there in your outfit, not daring to move in case you sweat, wondering if you smell, because you read the advertisements about women smelling, and you're worried that it might be you. You spend your whole life going... And she's there, in something dark and simple. Maybe little gold earrings, but that's all. You're going clank, jangle, 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 clank every time you move along. She has no makeup on because she has perfect skin. She's got that beautiful, long, straight, blonde hair that looks like a shampoo advertisement. She never does anything with it, she merely washes it and it goes like that. You've spent 4 hours with a pair of crimping irons and a can of hairspray hoping to get something going with your hair, which looks like a handful of old spaghetti attached to your head, because it is your period and your hormones are raging through your body in revenge. She doesn't have periods. Or if she does, she's not telling. You, being an uncool person, go into the party going, "Fuck my period, fucking my stomach's killing me. Have you seen the size of it? £3 on in water retention. I feel like shit." Oh, everybody's looking at me now. She has a cigarette. She has that kind of cigarette, you know, that cigarette that especially for women. Especially for women. Cigarettes for women, yeah. 9 million ways to kill yourself. You can kill yourself with a pastel-coloured packet. Nice pink and white packet that says, "Eve, cigarettes for women." She has them. Somehow with her, they're cool. Or she has French cigarettes. In England, that's a big thing. She smokes like Disc Bleu or Gaulois, or something like that, something what we would consider to be hip. Or stinky, depending which way you look at it. But she takes one out like that, she puts it to her lips, and 5 boys leap forward and go, "Tsh." She ignores them and lights her own cigarette with a gold cigarette lighter. She looks at the boys. The boys go. She says something like, I'm so bored of Jean-Paul Sartre. Aren't you? Yes, they all go. Even though that's a complete lie, because the only thing they've listened to is the lyrics of Black Sabbath for the last 5 years. I hate that cow. I've spent my whole life trying to murder people like that. People don't understand. It's like, I loathe that. I loathe cool people. Cool people make me ill. I can't abide cool people because I am one of those people who cannot argue. I'm sure this room is full of people who can hold a reasoned and intelligent debate on any subject which might be presented to them. You can talk about fascism or racism or fox hunting or anything, and you can be cool and reasoned and calm and put forward your points in a civilised manner. I can't. 5 minutes into the argument, I'm screaming, "Get the fuck out of my face, motherfucker!" and crying, which is a thing that happens to women when they get angry. We cry very quickly. Do you know why? Because we understand things quicker than men do, and it gets to us quicker than they do. Well, the men in the audience going, oh, dangerous ground, dangerous ground. Not really. Men get there in the end, they just take longer, and you have to sort of shove them a bit in the right direction. Men are very willing, they're very nice, I like men, I work with them all the time, I love them, they're great. They're fabulous, they just need pushing a little bit in the right direction every now and again. The best way to do it is to make them think it was their idea. Dropping little hints for about 3 months, eventually they come to the understanding. If I take an example, well, what it might be, I don't know, bathroom curtains. You're living together, you need new curtains in the bathroom, some small, stupid thing. For 3 months, you drop little hints about bathroom curtains. You leave magazines open with pictures of bathroom curtains. When bathroom curtains come on the television, you go, look, they're nice. 3 months later, over dinner, he turns to you and says, do you know, I think we need some new bathroom curtains. The ones there, they're not good enough, you know, they're really not. My mother's coming to visit, let's get new ones. And you go, yes. With that sort of smile, which stays there for a long time. Oh, well, we haven't done very well on war so far, but we're getting there, eventually. I'm going to read you a story now. You have got this uncool philosophy thing now, haven't you? You are going to just give yourselves up to chaos because this is a sealed room. Nobody gets out of here alive. You're not going to be all, like, cool on me, are you? Because I can't hack it. It's the last show. Let's go mad. Hey. See? Instant conversion. Could be a preacher and do it. I could make a religion out of it. We could all go to America. Everybody in this room. You could be like a whole new religion, and you could be like, you could set you up in this, and could have this like big hall, you know, like they do the American preachers, the born-again preachers. Give your money to Jesus, lay your hand upon that television, and send your love offerings to the Reverend Dick Slimey. We could do the uncool philosophy. We could take all of you who are now uncool forever, and it could plant you in the audience of thousands of people like little seeds of uncoolness. And when I go, "Are you uncool?" you can all leap up and go, "Yes!" And you know what Americans are like, they'll just go, "Yes!" And then they'll give us all their money. I'll split it with you equally. I'm not proud. The amount of money we could make. And you thought you were just coming to a gig. Sad, sad, sad. Get a life. This is about my friend Melanie. Tall woman, big nose, blonde hair. You'll know her if you see her. Will she know you? Yes, because you'll be uncool. You're my friend. And I love you. Your bony face, your big nose and water pattern eyes. I love the sideways bite of wit that you employ to keep the world at bay. and you aren't easy, and you don't say the things that are expected of you, folding your long skinniness into the chair by the fire. You smoke too many cigarettes. And the work you do with people who no one else will nurse or even admit exist makes your pale skin waxier and more taut daily. I watch you try to be yourself in a life that would make you into something less. And that's a hard battle in itself. I see you dress yourself in your nighttime clothes and hunt through clubs and bars for some dream of the truth, of a true love that would never walk those cold halls. I see you waste your intelligence and bravery on the mundane, the uncomprehending, and the stupidly malicious who drink themselves befuddled nightly in those greasy pick-up joints. They have a box for you, those people, that they would like to fold you into. The label on it says, strong woman. It says, ball breaker. It says, hard case. They think you can't be hurt, so they don't try to spare you pain. I know you are easy to hurt, and your hurting fills you up like a lake of poison, blackening the daylight, and your daily struggle to survive, making the tedious hours unbearable. I watch you gather up the threads of yourself, like the drum-tight tendons in your long hands, and drag yourself past the disappointment and the thoughtless nastiness with a missile comment and a one-night stand, oblivion for an hour under the hands of a bastard or a fool. Now you're my friend, and I love you, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right. I'm saying the world is a bitter place for a woman like you, and my heart aches for the unfairness of it. People sometimes ask people like me, whatever that may mean, people sometimes ask, how long does it take to write a song or a poem or a story? I don't know why. Maybe they're interested in writing, or they want to do it themselves, or just curious. And I say to them, well, 2 hours, 2 weeks, 3 months, it depends. Everything is individual. I'm 38 years old. I'll be 39 in April. This poem took 36 years to write. And I'd like to dedicate it to anybody in the audience who had an unhappy childhood. That's an easy thing to say, an unhappy childhood. But if you were an unhappy child, it's a burden that you carry for the rest of your life. It is inexplicable. It is something you can never really share with anyone else. For those of you who are happy, you don't know how lucky you were. So for all you other children, this is a dark gift from me to you. I can't sleep some nights even still. The hour before dawn is the worst time. That's when the blood beats in my ears and I ache all over. When questions that have no answers repeat and repeat. I want to know. I want to know. Didn't you hear me crying, Mother? Didn't you care what you were doing? I asked you once. It was a waste of my breath. You sealed yourself up like a shell, seamless, white and curved. Nothing to get a grip on, nowhere to penetrate. You denied everything, remembered nothing except the finances of sacrifice, the lists of money spent on private education, genteel and useless. You slid the shutters down across your pretty eyes and tugged out the old scars of my childhood. Those shameful visits from the doctors, when I screamed and wept all night, unable even to scratch your shining surface. The pills to make me more amenable. The disappointments listed with a chiffon sigh. Even my genetics were at fault. Whose fault? Why, mine. Of course. Of course, Mother. All my fault. I left. The frustrated child twisting in my adult's body like a fever. You were a porcelain figurine when I was younger, turning those blind blue eyes away from the cigarette burns on my hands, the filigree of slash marks up my arms. I used to wonder if you saw anything at all. I used to wonder if I was really here, in this suburban paradise, as it echoed to the icy tinkle of a tumbler of gin and the empty roll of chit-chat that unspooled from your rose-red mouth nightly. Oh, people envied me, wishing their parents so devoted, their mother so vivacious and sophisticated, thinking what fun it must be to be an only child, unburdened with the warm chaos of family and all the toys for yourself. I used to laugh. I used to wish I could lend them my eyes so they could see what I saw, Mother. Oh, you were bored. I know that now. Bored and spoilt. Not malicious. Just restless. Still, that's an insight not granted to the average 11-year-old, and I was no exception as I trailed home from school, never knowing what I'd find. You ripped and tore at random, safe behind my father's shield, and intercut your cruelty with kindness, more unnerving in its way than all the taunts and tortures, while I watched you fascinated. Like a rabbit, momentarily spared by the fox. Dumb and desperate. But you never laid a hand on me, did you, Mother? I am not the scabbed and battered child of the working classes, social workers and court orders, sobbing in the children's home while my bruises heal. Oh, no. That sort of thing doesn't happen to people like us, does it, Mother? It was all in the mind, wasn't it? Like the nice doctor said. There were no marks, to call the world's attention to a child fighting battles all alone. So no more questions, and no answers either, Mother. We're polite at Christmas, and we ask nothing of each other. But I still burn up with the fire of fury you laid in me, and no love, no trust, belief, or kindness ever enough to put it out. And when someone once asked, "But can't you forgive her now? Knowing what you do, can't you give yourself peace?" I said no. Because you took away my childhood, Mother, out of selfishness. And I want it back. And no, I don't forgive. I don't forgive. I don't. Thank you. Please welcome Justin Sullivan.
Everyone's crucified, nobody wins in the wars of purification. Everyone's crucified, nobody wins in the wars of purification. Now history, she dances in circles around us. Learn your lessons well. And grow up fast and grow up strong. The dark days, they are waiting. 'Cause everyone's crucified, nobody wins in the wars of purification. Everyone's crucified, nobody wins in the wars of purification. Everyone's crucified, nobody wins in these battles of purification. I put my hand into the roaring flames. I felt the pain as it started to burn. I've done the same thing over and over again, as if I never ever wanted to learn. Moving through the world at obsession speed, leaving dust trail crossing the line. I'm crying out in my fury to the gods of fate. Come on and get me if you can. While I'm a master of the art of how to kill, I kill the things that I love the best. There's blood on the walls of my home, packed with a coward's kiss. Oh, the Lord is the key to the locks of door, but you never know what's waiting behind. Crying out in fury to the gods of fate. Come on and get me if you can. I'm screaming in the wind, screaming in the rain, screaming in the face of the storm, howling out in the water, with the waves crashing out into foam, to feel something without a weakness.
a bad time to look for forgiveness. It's a bad time for searching for home. The wall came down in 1,000 pieces. Now everybody's building their own. Disillusioned little children of the Western world. Time hangs heavy in our hands. We cry out and our fury to the gods of fate. Come on and get us if you can. Oh yeah, we're crying out in our pride to the gods of fate. Come on and get us if you can. I'm crying out to the gods that couldn't care less. Come and get me if you can. Thank you. Someone said to me that 1994 is meant to be a year of change. So I'll do you 3 songs about change. This is kind of the first one. The sky is broken in grey and silver. Watch the shadows chase across the hillside, but out to sea. You and I, we nearly full circle. It's just a touch away. And all the seeds we sowed in a lifetime, they'll comfort someday. Pain is what you live with. And try to change the subject. In the dark the hands reach out, but I still feel the wonder as the sky turns to fire. Catching in my heart, standing between the worlds and the changing of the light. The desert, the wise men traveled, following a dream. I see the same star shining above us endlessly. Pain is what you live with, and try to change the subject. In the dark the hands reach out, but I still feel the wonder as the sky turns to fire. Catching in the heart, standing between the worlds in the changing of the light. The changing of the light. The changing of the light. My friends, is it still ringing in your ears? From all those blessed and poisoned years, you will still say I was wrong, but you'll miss me when I'm gone. Carrying on, carrying on, carrying on. And now I watch the falling of the leaves, where we live by little deaths such as these. And when everything is changed, I'll Well, I made my choice, for better or for worse, and it's everything I know, and it's nothing much at all. Carrying on, 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 carrying on. You will still say I was wrong, but you'll miss me when I'm gone. Carrying on, carrying on, carrying on. Once again, Mr. Brett Selby on bass guitar. A lot of places around the world are discovering a little bit about the word freedom in Russia and East Germany and Czechoslovakia, and soon maybe South Africa. I think that if America is the land of the free, then freedom can't be all good. It's a kind of double-edged thing. This is called freedom. To rebuild in Dresden, the great machines come a-rumbling in, the desecration of the ruins and everything that might have been. When you showed me the square in the melting snow as the light was beginning to fade, but your melancholy eyes betrayed you just as you have been betrayed. I get culture shock coming back to the West. I can feel the wicked sting. I see the stores all glittering like idiots, gold beckoning the innocents in. The constructed face of a civilized world, complete cosmetic control. But it's not far back to the caves and the trees, and soon it will be time to go. Freedom, freedom, freedom. I don't hear any more songs of freedom. No more songs of freedom. On 121st Street and rising, the Western dream aspire. The crack kings like to drive German cars, and there's children up for sale. The streets are less scorched and barren. There's 27 channels on the stupid television. Get gang, murder, hype, it's all town to sell a movie about Malcolm X. But freedom, freedom. I don't hear any more songs of freedom. No more songs of freedom. Freedom, ah, freedom, freedom. I don't hear any more songs of freedom. No more songs of freedom. And what do we get? A longer piece of rope for our cute little neck, sweet liberty, and her faithlessness, faithlessness. Freedom, freedom, freedom. I don't hear any more songs of freedom. No more songs of freedom. Freedom, ah, freedom, freedom. I don't hear any more songs of freedom. a New Model Army song. And if you know the chorus to this, you can join in really loud. It's fairly simple. It goes lie, 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 lie. I know it's been a long time. Remember those nights we spent sitting up talking in your front room about leaving this worn-out world and starting again, far away in a better place. Well, that's where I am now, but still thinking about you. I'm never going back there. I'm never going back to the battle world. Never going back to the battle world. I'm never going back to the battle world. I was traveling with Laurel way up on the north coast. She's got family living up here in a nearby town. We found a piece of land that looks out towards the North Sea Islands across the bay. The sun is shining on the water today, so I look out of my front door. I'm never going back there. I'm never going back to the battle world. I'm never going back to the battle world. We're never going back to the battle world. It's a lie, we have to go back to England tomorrow. Guitar solo! Are you still scared of the future? Well, it doesn't surprise me. You could come up and stay here a while, back off from the killing wheel. I used to think it was me who'd somehow sold out or given in on some almighty cause. Yeah, but what difference would it make? It feels good to be out here. I'm never going back there. I'm never going back to the battle world. Never going back to the battle world. I'm never going back to the battle world. Okay. Thank you. We're going to take a break for about 10 minutes. See you shortly.
Recently released his latest LP, which is entitled The Bishop of Buffalo. I would like to be able to say to you it was available here tonight, but it isn't, because we sold everything in Germany. Took it last gig. Yes, you can buy a poster, I suppose, when you're desperate. Something to cover up on the walls of your bedroom, but we won't talk about that either. Please welcome a man who has been rightly described as the Yves Saint Laurent of rock and roll. A man whose sartorial flair. A man whose sartorial flair knows no bounds, ladies and gentlemen. A man who puts his heart and soul into everything, including his shirt. Please welcome our very own, the Rev Hammer.
I'd like to sing this for all you drunken lovers out there. You come knock on the door and you rap on the
heart, you've got stars in your eyes. It's a fine place to start, and when I get a message that I take as divine, with the wind at our back, soon we're over the line. And tomorrow's too late over this sort of thing. Oh, the sun may not rise if the soul doesn't sing. There's a drunkard's waltz, can you take it? If I give you my bottle, don't you break it. You were born to love, come on, let's make it. And be mine tonight. Church on the hill where the desperate ones go. They leave their bodies and their blood in the snow. And there's a God in you that I've noticed in me. Oh, last year's a dark and so splendidly free. But there's a taste in my mouth for the love unrefined, who was scorched in the clay at the beginning of time. There's a drunkard's waltz, can you take it? If I give you my bottle, don't you break it. We were born to love, come on, let's make it. Be mine tonight. Go down to the river and lay waste the coast. Turn into the people who we hide from the most. And you'll swing from those stars and you'll run through the trees like peanuts in April. Oh, and melt on your knees over dead things around. And he laughs at us all. She's the higher we get while the further we fall. There's a drunkard's waltz, can you take it? Give you my bottle, don't you break it. We were born to love, come on, let's make it. I'm a drunkard's waltz, can you take it? And if I give you my bottle, don't you break it. We were born to love, come on, let's make it. Used to go. Oh, I followed a map past Owen's place. Used to remember his mystic grace. And oh, God bless the valley below. We were shadowed by the river's edge and the cleavage of the Turks. Counting piles of golden leaves, so whatever it was worth, well, that a place to go. Down on that old Tokyo road, let it roll and I let it roll. Well, I want to feel some of that old, hey, some of that old Welsh soul. Let it roll and I let it roll. The mountainsides gliding down in silver tides are reflecting what many need to know now. Oh, we ran out drinks with Holly drank, sang a song when we left our thanks. Oh, God bless the valley below. Oh, now I'm bound to take you back. You found the music of the road. You must close your eyes and use my tear and move out in your. You gotta move out in your soul. Wow, that a place to go. gently roll. Let it roll, let it roll. Well, I wanna feel some of that old, hey, some of that old Welsh soul. Let it roll, let it roll. Oh, breakfast until's diner, and the camera at Swallow Falls, and the slate cabins and blind up past the yard, climbing up, got back and looking back to Bryn, the old farmhouse, and I'm looking back to the future, don't you know? Let it roll, let it roll. Oh, out there in that morning chill, threw our flag upon that hill, when something in the distance started to glow. Oh, above our heads, 3 fighters flew, looked at me and I looked at you, saying, oh God, bless the valley below. Oh, I remember you as you drove into a town you knew was home, where the landing from machinery, where you could hear the engine, you could hear the engine groan. What that a place to go. Down on that old Gently road. Let it roll and let it roll. Well, I wanna feel some of that old, hey, some of that old Welsh soul. Let it roll and let it roll.
It's like to, that's terrible, heckled by your own parents. I'd like to sing you a song from the north coast of Ireland, from a place called Carrickfergus. It's a traditional Irish song, strangely enough called Carrickfergus.
I wish I had you in Carrickfergus, only 4 nights in Ballygrand. I would swim over the deepest ocean, to be by your side. Oh, but the sea is wide, and I can't swim over, but neither have I wings to fly. I wish I could find me a handy boatman to ferry me over to my love and I. Now my childhood days bring back sad reflections of a happy time spent so long ago. My boyhood friends and my own relations have all passed on like the melting snow. And I'll spend my days while on endless roving, soft as the grass, and my bed it is free. But oh, to be home in Carrickfergus, on the long road down to the salty sea. Now in Kilkenny, it is recorded on marble stone, as black as ink, with gold and with silver, I did support her, but I'll say no more till I get a drink. Well, I'm drunk today, and I'm really sober, a handsome rover from a town to town. Oh, but I am sick, and my days are numbered. So come all ye young men and lay me down. Thank you. Please welcome again Mr. Brett Selby, electric bass guitar. That was a short jazz piece entitled The American Guitar String in G. Luckily I've one I made earlier. Are you ready? And we'll sing all the songs from way back when, and we'll walk down the avenue again when the healing has begun. And we'll walk down the avenue in style, and we'll walk down the avenue and we'll smile. Oh darling, you know it's all worthwhile when the healing has begun. I want you to put on your pretty summer red dress now. Well, you can wear your Easter bonnet and all of the rest. All night, I wanna make sweet love to you, yes, 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 when the healing has begun. We're gonna stay out all night long. Well, in the morning, we're gonna run out across the fields. Oh, darling, you know how it feels when the healing has begun. We're gonna make sweet music underneath the stars. We're gonna play with the bass and the acoustic guitar. Well, I'm gonna play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours when the healing has begun. But can you feel the music playing in your soul? Well, and the feeling in your heart as it grows and it grows. Well, it was born on the back street, rock and roll, and the healing has begun. I want you to put on your pretty summer when the healing has begun.
They're so aggressive, skinheads, don't they? You know what I'm saying? Now, for those of you who don't know, this is actually a love song that's written by Mr. Van Morrison. I don't know why I sing it really, because he never sings any of mine. There's nothing strange about a love song written by Van Morrison. But it is strange that anyone should want to make love to Van Morrison. So I want you to imagine now, you leave here tonight and you're very, very drunk. You go back to your house and you lie on your bed. On the room it's spinning round. There's a knock at the door. And slowly you open the door. And standing there, naked, is Van Morrison. Now, if you're getting turned on by this, you need help. And you lay down in your bed and you say to yourself, I've been a bad person, but I don't deserve this. And Van Morrison's come across the room, wearing nothing but his socks. Slowly he takes off his left sock. Oh, and sexually with feeling he takes off his right sock. You say, Mother! But there's no one can help you now. So you say to Mr. Morrison, you say, can we turn off the light, please? So I can pretend you're Mel Gibson. He says, no! I want you to see me in all my glory. Before you know it, Van Morrison's got his tongue in your ear. And you wish it was his sock. And he's speaking to you now. Well, I want you to put on your pretty summer red dress now. Well, you can wear your Easter bonnet and all of the rest. All night, I wanna make sweet love to you. Yes, 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 when the healing has begun. Oh, we're gonna stay out all night long. Well, in the morning, we're gonna run out across the field. Oh, darling, you know how it feels when the healing has begun. Make sweet music underneath the stars. We're gonna play with the bass and the acoustic guitar. We're gonna play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. When the healing has begun, when the healing, when the feeling, when the healing has begun. When the healing, when the feeling, when the healing has begun. When the healing, when the feeling, when the healing, when it has begun. How good are you at clapping in time? See, there's going to be one big problem here. Because this is duly due to the fact that we're here in Amsterdam, that whatever you do, you're going to do very slowly, aren't you? So you've got to try and clap twice as fast as the song, and I'll meet you about halfway. And also, the other fact that makes it hard for you at clapping time is that some people in the audience I know got very, very turned on during that last song. And thus they are sitting out there now amongst you with very sticky hands. So I suggest if you have got sticky hands, you wipe them on the shirt of the person in front of you because it's already happened to you. So are you ready? I said, are you ready? Oh, what's there was inside, at least by I didn't say. I was traumatized, gypsy, I working across the land. I wrote sail to Carl and move, deep track of living in a shelter. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, time virgin sad heartache, while the whiskey makes the rain. And it drunk another cup of, and I sang it all again. I come by the corner, come by the corner. Oh, he can keep you warm in his shelter. Hey, 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 hey. Ah! Oh, hello, Jack Foster. We'll feel it till your needs. Well, there's none left now to eat it. I said all the work's complete. For 100 years I've been out with us. Going away into the middle of shelter. Hey, 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 hey. What's that? Standing there alone, 100 feet of history, but a viaduct to stone, but the finest floating on the land, built by blood and sweat and hands, by those navvies living in a shanty. Hey, 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 hey. In the basement, mixing up the medicine. I want to pay me. Thing about the government, the man in the trench coat had out laid off. Said he got a bad cough, wants to get paid off. Look out, kid, oh, you're gonna get hit. Look out, kid, oh, you're gonna get hit. Look out, kid, oh, you're gonna get hit when that train comes round the bend. And my father, he he was a jockey. My father, he was a jockey. And they told me how to ride, 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 ride. And they told me how to ride, 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 ride. I never lost a race. Well, I never lost a race. Say, Mr. Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina, Mr. Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina, Mr. Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina, Mr. Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina. Please welcome back, Jules.
Yes. Okay, I lied about the rock and roll thing. Don't worry about it. You see, I've got this principle when I work. I don't do lounge acts, I don't do cabaret, I don't talk when other people are talking. That includes the bar staff.
Shut up!
See, it's us against them. No, it doesn't work. Well, the thing is, you see, what they're doing is you don't have to speak the language of the country you're in to understand what they're talking about. Because you know, and I know what is going on over there. They are going, I know what he said to me last night, right? He said, I'm just not moving in with you, and that's the way it goes. Because he's a bastard. My mother told me he was a bastard, and she's right. Well, I was going to tell you about what Melanie and I did at Christmas, but if you don't want to know, don't force it out of me or anything, you know. We went to a concert, actually. Oh, concerts here in Amsterdam, I mean, every day of the week. Where I live, no. I live in Bradford, which is in the north of England. It's a very small town. Don't tell me you're from Keighley, I'll throw up. It's a very small town. And it's a very boring town. It's so boring. It's so boring. Boring isn't a big enough word to describe how boring it is. If you get what I mean. It's so boring in Bradford, they prop up dead people in the bus station to make it look more interesting. An interesting night out in Bradford is watching the traffic lights change. Oh look, there's the green man, let's cross. Oh look, there's the red man, let's be rebels and cross anyway. That's it. And then a concert came to our town. Big social event. Social death not to go. So me and Melanie thought, right, we're going to go because the artist that came to Bradford that fateful night was our favourite. Our one and only, our main man. No, you dumb fuck. Go see them anytime. In my own back kitchen if I want. It's called pulling rank, but do I care? No, I do not. No! The artist that Melanie and I begged, grovelled and cringed to get the tickets to see was the one and only Ice-T with Body Count in your ass, motherfucker! I've got to stop doing that, I tell you. I love all that shit, don't you? I love Ice-T, so handsome, he's so handsome. That is one handsome man. All the muscles in the face and all the... I love all that, but I can't do it because it kills me neck. But anyway, like, you know. Me and Melanie stand outside the street posters, big pictures of him standing there with neck chains on and a hat and the whole business, you know, going international noises. Whoa! Yes! So we went, oh God. We thought, right, we thought, right, we got the tickets, we went. It was in the big commercial disco in town. You know the type of thing. I mean, that kind of disco in England I could never get into. Big commercial place like that. Because I'd have to dress up as a human being, which would too tiresome, take too long. So we never get in there, so it's like killing two birds with one stone, as we say, do you know what I mean? You can fulfill two desires. One is to satisfy the curiosity of knowing what it's like inside that shitty disco. And the other one's to see iced tea. Or Tracy Mellon, as he's really called. It's funny in English, probably not in Dutch. Anyway, we went, me and Melanie. We dressed in a way that we thought would sort of blend, you know, with the rest of the crowd. Being the tallest women in town, it's a bit difficult to blend, but we try. So we dressed kind of down, you know, casual. We went in there. And we discovered very quickly that there was absolutely no way we could blend because we were the only two women in the concert. The rest was 2,000 14-year-old boys. Yo, motherfucker! Motherfucker in your ass! I love all that shit. Fuck you. I mean, they're so noisy, those guys. Do they ever talk quietly? Do they ever say anything quiet? Do like, what would happen if you were married to Ice-T? I mean, like, what if you were going out with him, you know what I mean? Like, you wake up in the morning, you'd say, like, morning, Ice. You go, yo, bitch, in your ass, good morning! Oh, fine, well, breakfast? Perhaps, let's move in. Get them eggs in here now, man, bitch, now! The motherfucker in your ass! Can we just leave the ass bit out of it for a while? Having sex with them would be so noisy. Can you imagine if you were doing it and your mother was in the next bedroom? Shh, shh, mother is in the next room. My mother is in the next room. Will you just keep it down. Fuck your mother, motherfucker. I don't care what you do in your family, we don't do that in mine. These are my homeboys here. I started doing it when I'm not doing gigs now, you know. I start talking like that without help, can't help it. Did it to the French customs who tossed the van this morning. French customs officers are brilliant. They are so inefficient, words cannot even mention it. They tossed the van at like 5 o'clock in the morning. They come on board the bus and they like started doing things. They did the thing that no man should ever do. They got my handbag and emptied the contents on the floor. I was out of my bunk, like Jaws. You've never seen anything like it. What the fuck do you think you're doing, man? That's my handbag! Frenchman going, pardon, madame? C'est rien, c'est un sac à main. Speechless. I was speechless. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. This is a foreign language. But even then he understood what he'd done. Boom, 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 boom. Karma, death in another life, he'll be a slug. So me and Melanie are at the concert. 2 very tall women, 2,000 14-year-old boys. The air was thick with the smell of spot medication. Melanie had worn Chanel, number 5. Didn't mix. The venue went dark, the lights came up. The intro tape music began to play very heavy. They put smoke up on the stage just to get the atmosphere. We're all stood there, me, Melanie, 2014-year-old boys, going. All the boys were practicing saying, yo, motherfucker. In an English voice, it doesn't work. Yo, motherfucker. In your arse. We waited. Don't laugh, I can't do it if you laugh. We waited. And then onto the stage leapt the main man himself, Ice-T! And he was the shortest man I've ever seen in my life. He came up to there on me. I mean, we're talking tiny person. Not just small, not just ordinary height. We're talking very, very short. I looked at Melanie, Melanie looked at me, and we both went, oh shit! What can you do with him? He's that big. Gorgeous, he's still beautiful. He's beautiful, he's just small. Very small. It's no fun if you're a 6 foot woman, very small. Well, I suppose you could pick him up and kiss him. I was like, hand him to Melanie. Keep him in your handbag. Yo, bitch, let me out of here, man! Whoosh. There's a man filming this. He's going to sell this video all over the world, and one day Ice-T is going to hear this. And he's going to sue my ass. And I don't mind, because that means I'll get to meet him once in the lawyer's office. And I'll be able to go, you heard it first. Whoa. Everyone says about Ice-T, and they say, like, you know, that all that gangster stuff is, well, boys will be boys. I'm a gangster. Girls can be gangsters too. We're just better at it because we're sneakier. And the reason people are gangsters is because they're frustrated. The reason you become a gangster is because you get tired of lying on your back going, okay, tread on my face. And over all the land is a shadow, breathing and alive, but still invisible. A tainted cloud, the lord of the flies, a silent, drifting miasma that coils and creeps into every soul, then alters and spoils. It shows in little ways, in meanness and petty spite, in ignorance and cruelty, a beaten child, a ruined river, desertion and betrayal, every heart a potential Judas, every soul willing to sell cheap. The land is overlaid with discontent. And yet somehow we still believe a hero will come, a shining one, and deliver us from this biting evil, that Arthur and his companions still sleep, unwaking, waiting for the clarion call to save us. That in our last hour of need we'll all be swept away and rescued by some fabled Jesus and a last judgment. And in this faith unspoken, unmentioned, a sort of hope, we wait and wait and wait and wait, all unknowing that the only heroes are us. It's been my pleasure to be here tonight with you all. Seldom seen such a beautiful audience. And I would like to take this opportunity, it's the last gig for us, I would like to take this opportunity to say that I have seldom had the pleasure of touring with better men than my brothers here tonight. Rev, Justin, Brett, Matt. If you want a homeboy, they're my homies. They're good men, and I thank them. When I'm not doing this, I'm a rock climber. Not a big sport in Holland. And I walk up mountains. Big things rising out of the plain. Seen them. This is what happened once. Now you got a choice, either shut the fuck up or I'll just like leave, because I aren't fucking about here. It's a matter of respect. If you have no respect for me, then respect the rest of the people in here. They paid money too. I'll have that in translation, if necessary. When snow balls up under the spikes of your crampons, it makes a dull, crumping sound. And spindrift, the wicked wind-blown particles of frozen sleet, burn like acid on the reddened flesh it hits. It feels as if it could blind you. I nearly died up on Helvellyn once. I mean, nearly. Not quite, you know, still. It's a wicked little mountain. I felt the Black Mother's breath upon me. I felt the world spiralling away, and all myself became concentrated on the actions of whacking ice axes into half-frozen turf, wading through loose snow, and not looking back, not looking down. Hearing the voices of my loved ones echoing in my pounding skull, hearing only that, and wishing with all the force in my spirit for it all to be over, safe. As of course, eventually, it was. But it changes you, a little tiny bit. An experience like that, it makes you see the end. That life is finite. That it is delicate. That you love it. Did you know that? From the last statistics I read, somewhat out of date now, I imagine. An untraceable child of around 8 or 9 would have a basic value on a certain market of about $15,000 US. On its return alive to its vendor, a refund of some 7,000 or 8,000 is due. The child is then sold and resold at a lower and lower price until it dies. Until it dies. During that time, it will have been subjected to physical and mental torture of a kind which makes the average horror film now showing at your local cinema seem like the most puerile and innocent foolishness. Did you hear about that girl the people in Manchester kidnapped and mutilated, then burned half to death and left by the side of the road? Apparently, there was a moment, after 2 or 3 days, when they had left her tied to the bed frame, a cloth over her face, and headphones strapped on, playing rave music on a continuous loop at full volume. her body a mass of bruises, burns, and stinking of shit and blood, when a boy came into the room. And she begged him to help her. He didn't. He was afraid to. For 1 second, put yourself in her mind. What would you have felt? Stop what you're doing now and think about it. Really. Imagine the dreadful, nauseous, unbelieving terror of it. How you would scream into the unhearing air for it to be a dream. For mercy. And eventually, having lost hope, for death. In the sky, over the mountains, the stars are brighter than the diamonds in a pretty woman's jewellery. They shimmer like prisms in the infinite stretches of icy darkness, heralds of birth and omen. They showed philosophers Jesus Christ, drawing his first yowling breath in that mythic wintry village. Now people are born. Everybody dies. There's no escaping that. But if you decide it would be amusing to drink yourself stupid tonight, get in a car and crash it, or I engage in a dangerous sport for pleasure, or Jesus thought it necessary to give his life for his theories, those are our decisions. It is within our control to stop. Pain and death are the prices we choose to pay. Out there, now, there are not just a handful, but thousands of children being torn apart by fellow humans whose reasoning is the twisted stitching of compulsion and desire that hums and stutters in bad blood. Their victims are not willing. From the abused to the torture murdered, it is not of their choice. It is never of their choice. It is beyond their control. The stars are shining as they always have. Suffer the little children. Suffer the little children. Happy birthday, Carpenter. We learned nothing. Thank you. Please welcome a man who has been my friend for 15 years, Justin Sullivan.
They found us in the courtyard at our table in the shade. We toasted our last few moments, and then the end came. They took us back to the airstrip in that beaten old car, and we rattled across the African scrublands in silence. Our hands locked together, and with cold steel cups. Sometimes I wish it was still that way. Now the whole world has died since then. So many faithless days. I was born alone and lucky, and I'm just used to it that way. My dice still roll in sixes, and you're still turn up ones, and I have taken my good fortune, and I've run, and I've run. But I always swore that I'd come back for you. Is it too late now to come back for you? Now beneath this lonely junction on the northbound M6, we spray our words of signature on the concrete bridge. And between the words of wisdom and the slogans of despair, someone's just got unwritten, I'm sorry, there. Well, I always swore that I'd come back for you. Is it too late now to come back for you? You're the only one that I'll ever love. When Joey puts her makeup on really well, she looks cool in the flashing lights. And all the boys gossip about the shape of her legs on these muddle up and drunken nights. And if it's all got to window between the sheets, well, she can cool like a purging dove. But really she just doesn't want to be alone. And if you want, you can call her love. Yeah, M6 southbound roadside cafe on a wild, wet and windy night. There's a kid in a sleeping bag huddling a corner, trying to beg a light. He's got mama and dad tattooed on his arm from when he thought that that would make it right. He's got hope and fear on his young boy's face, another innocent taking flight, saying, give me some place where I can go, where I don't have to justify myself. Swimming out alone against this tide, looking for family, looking for tribe. We're all searching for family, looking for tribe, looking for family, looking for tribe. They said, go get out, we gotta arrive to lead. Now the water is thicker than blood. And And every house is divided into single flats with a very old little welcome road. The shopping mall it is teeming with life, fighting for the goodies on the shelf. But there's those funny old people on the escalators, talking to themselves, saying, give me some place where I can go, where I don't have to justify myself. Swimming out alone against this tide, looking for family, looking for tribe. We're all searching for family, looking for tribe, looking for family. Well, I survive on my own for a while or so. I pour a rim or a bottle of wine, trying to make sense of these new surroundings. I only changed my name a couple of times. Take me back, Joey, well, I'm really sorry. Could we try to make a happy home? But she's gone with someone else, and they're starting a family, trying for a clan of their own. So give me some place where I can go, where I don't have to justify myself. Swimming out alone against this tide, looking for family, looking for tribe. We're all looking for family, searching for tribe, looking for family, looking for tribe. One more. Give me some place where I can go, swimming out alone against this tide, looking for family, looking for tribe, looking for family, looking for tribe. We're searching for family. This is not an unrelated song in a way. I do a song about racism and fascism, which is an issue which is a lot more complicated than a lot of people believe. And everybody's idea of a fascist is, you know, the neo-Nazi sort of stereotype, which is a skinhead haircut, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's not them you have to watch so much, it's the people that wear suits and ties and stand behind them. Like Milosevic in Yugoslavia, you know, he doesn't have a skinhead haircut, he just controls it all. And it's for those people that I address this song. I learned this thing, right, in lots of different languages, but not Dutch. It's typical, isn't it? Typical English, because Dutch people are so clever they all understand English. The only good fascist is a dead fascist. I said this in Switzerland, in German, and this guy came up to me after the concert and said, if you say the only good fascist is a dead fascist, you're being like the fascists, you're no better than them. First of all, that's crap. Secondly, I think it's important to remember that things that you hear from the stage, songs, poems and so on, are not meant to be some kind of political philosophy. These songs are not political philosophy, they're about what people fucking feel. And when I think about fascism and racism, be it in England, Holland, Germany, anywhere, I feel like this. This is called Vengeance. Let's get the men in 45. Hiding out in South America, protected by money and powerful friends. Hoping the world has forgotten by now all the things you did in the Nazi death camps, the people that you tortured and killed. Where you can live your life in expectant fear, sure someday you'll be made to pay. I believe in justice, I believe in vengeance, I believe in getting the bastard, getting the bastard, getting the bastards. Loading up the barrels at the warehouse gates, many overalls on double rates. Put the stuff in a river and wait for a beer. Don't worry too much, they don't live around here. And the poison seeps into every pore, every child's eye, every innocent soul. And everybody knows behind closed doors. Kick down the doors, kick down the doors. dog fascist gets the boys in the corner, plants poison. Well, there was just confusion. Walks away, scot-free and laughing, and rides in the tide as the cancer grows. And the businessman on corruption charges with millions of dollars in dirty money gets just £1,000 fine after months in court, while the lawyers get fat and the law gets poor. I say, I believe in justice. I believe in vengeance. I believe in getting the bastard, getting the bastard, getting the bastard. I believe in justice. I believe in vengeance. I believe in getting the bastard, getting the bastard, getting the bastard now. Give me a beat about this speed. There's a sentry in a uniform to watch the VIPs along the hall. Strategical discussions taking place behind the steel-painted wall. The agents issue the statement through the waiting lists who circulate the words. Justification, propaganda, Western foreign policy across the world. In the name of the people, in the name of the people, all of this done. In the name of the people, all of this done. In the name of the people, in the name of the people. They read their books and study hard, cigarettes from the claustrophobic gloom. Yeah, the university road, the world outside is just like in the gloom. Restricted and impatient and intelligent, sharp and twisted like a child. It is an aphrodisiac now, the fuse is on the table, slowly wide. In the name of the people, in the name of the people, all of this done. In the name of the people, all of this done. In the name of the people, in the name of the people. Hold me tight, hold me fast. Standing here on the wrong side of these bulletproof cars. There are no questions left for us to ask. So we just get to the discotheque, pick up a girl and drink to home afar. Oh, spending money like water when no water drinks available at the bar. They're the ones who never were given much, never respected anything in return. But there's a black bag in the corner and it doesn't belong to anyone here at all. In the name of the people, in the name of the people, all of this done, all of this done, all of this done. In the name of the people, in the name of the people, in the name of the people, in the name of the people. Let's go, Mr. Brett Selby. If Neil Young can do this, anyone can. 1, 2, 3, 4. She stares at the screen of the little words of green, tries to remember what to do next. There's a trace of frustration that crosses her face, searching for the key she should press. I would help her if I only knew how, but these things, they're a mystery to me too. And it seems that the poor brute eyes, they are watching. She fears for her job and the moments they are passing. I stare at her name tag, I think to myself, both you and I, we never asked Let's take a walk past the chemical works where the sky turns green at night. We'll talk about getting away from here, some different kind of life. But even in the freshest mountain air, all the jet fighters practice overhead, and their drilling means they hold for uranium deposits. They'll bury our waste for our children to inherit. And all this is all done for our own benefit. I swear we never asked for any of this. Well, this golden age of communication means everyone talks at the same time, and liberty just means the freedom to exploit any weakness that you can find. I turn off the TV just for a while as we do each other instead, and we'll hope that the corporate find ourselves committing some kind of treason and violent tips without rhyme, without reason. But they tell us that it's all for our own protection. I swear we never asked for any of this. Oh, I swear we never asked for any of this. Oh, I swear we never asked for any of this. Oh, I swear. I'll do one more song, and as Jules says, I think that the land is overlaid with discontent. You can feel it everywhere, but I still think it's possible that in 20 or 30 or 40 years' time, we'll all look back on this time and say, you know, 1994, those were the good old days. I hope that it's not true, but I sort of think it may be. I wish you good luck for the future. Take care of each other very well. Today on the 11th of February 1994, another 394,000 children were born into this world. They break like waves of hunger and desire upon these eroded shores, carrying the curses of history, but a history its own. The oil burns in thick black columns, the buzz saws echoed through the forest floor. They shout, give us our fair share, give us justice. Here comes the war, here comes the war. the south of here. 2 young men in makeshift uniforms peer into the misty light. Little figures start behind the trees as a snap of rifle rounds echoes out across the fields. Well, they hardly know their sacred mother tongue, but they recognize the duty to defend the flag hanging limp and bloody above the village church. Well, 1,000 miles away, in a warehouse complex down by the river, your money men play paintball games. Here comes the war! Here comes the war! Put out the lights of the age of reason! So, blow out all the candles. And tell us another of those really great stories. The ones about serial killers, and child murderers, and all the monsters. Their dreams flow into savage times. You hear the sirens screaming out across the city. In my town you get 3 hot nights in succession and the riot season comes again. Dear Lord, lead us back into the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah, here comes the war. Ah, here comes the war. So did you think we were born in peaceful times? It's like a whirling dervish spinning, faster, faster. The center cannot hold. Like a whirling dervish spinning, faster, faster. The center cannot hold. Yeah, like a whirling dervish spinning, faster, dancing, faster, 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 faster. He said, give us liberty or give us death. They got both. What do you want next? Oh! From the age of reason!
Could be. Please join in with the chorus of this song. It's very stupid, you'll learn it very quickly. This is Werewolves of London.
Well, I saw a werewolf, a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for a place I call Leo Fucks. Gonna get a beef dish for a beef chow mein. Gonna sing ah woo, werewolves of London. Ah woo. He's the hairy heavy gents who ran amok in Kent, but lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him, he'll tear your lungs out, Jim. Huh. Well, I'd like to meet his tailor. Sing, ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. Hear him howling around your kitchen door. You better not let him in. Well, little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. Gonna sing, ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, sweet home Alabama, where the skies are blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm a-coming back to you. Sweet home Amsterdam, where the skies are blue. Sweet home Amsterdam, Lord, I'm a-coming home to you. I'm gonna sing it again. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo.
This is a folk club, and as you know, all folk clubs have traditions. Traditions, yes. God, give me a rest. Good Lord, 2, 3. It's an Irish song, join in, you know it.
Well, as I was going over the Cook and Kerry Mountains, I spied Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, and then I produced my record. Since stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver. Sure, I'm a whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Oh, I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. So I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She's poor and she's tired and she never would deceive me. But the devil take the women, for they never can be easy. But Sharon, mama do, mama da.
Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I went into my chamber for to take a little slumber, and I dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder. When Jenny stole my charges, she filled them up with water, and she ran to Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Mushroom, namadoo, namadoo. Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
It was early in the morning as I awoke to travel. Up comes a band of footmen, yeah, and likewise Captain Farrell. First produced me charges, first she stolen away me rapier. I couldn't shoot the water, so prisoner I was taken. Mushroom, namadoo, namadoo.
Whack for me daddy-o, whack for me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. if anyone can help me,
It's me, brother, in the army.
well, if I can find his station, be it,
Corker and Killarney.
and if he rescues me,
We'll go roving in Kilkenny.
and I'll bet he'll treat me better than my darling sporting Jenny. For sure, remember to remember now. Whack for me, daddy-o. Whack for me, daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Well, I'm sure remember to remember now. Whack for me, daddy-o. Whack for me, daddy-o. There's in the jar.
Thank you. I get sent to do all the talking bits, you see. When you're very young and you're a punk rocker, as we all were, and still are in many ways, you think that the world is a very difficult, a very hard place, and so it is. But as you get older, even sometimes possibly you may get as old as me, you will realise that yes, it is difficult, yes, it is hard, but the world itself is a very beautiful place. Now, you may know this song from when you were children and older. And if you do, I want you to throw aside all possible hope of being sophisticated people and join in with this.
I see skies of blue, red roses too. They seem to bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I hear babies crying the whole day through. They seem to say that I love you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. Oh, and all the smiling faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Oh, what they're really saying is, I love you. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. And all the smiling faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Oh, what they're really saying is, I love you. Well, I see Fields of green, clouds of white, the blessed day, the darkest night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And oh yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jules, Mr. Revhammer, Brett Selby,
And Mr. Justin Sullivan.
What a wonderful
Ga je kopiërs van maken?
Wat?
Waar is jouw jas?
Nee, in mijn tas.
Kan je ook een kopie van een normaal...
I promised Justin not to give it away to people. So,
Helemaal niemand.
hey, moet voor mezelf houden.
Ja.